All right. Hi, guys. All right. Happy Friday, everyone. We're here for Friday fixes. We're going to fix your Etsy shops. We're going to fix your SEO. We're going to fix your life. I am excited to be here and also excited to welcome some new students into our program. Rhonda, I just spoke with Rhonda this morning. She just left her corporate job. She is growing her shop. She does print on demand right now, but she wants to do Etsy full time, move to Maine to be near her children. So I'm really excited to have her on board. And then Eric this week, my laser guy here in Southern California, he has just joined us as well. So big welcome to Eric. But I want to go over any questions you've been having. I'm going to go over some SEO things as well. So let's get started with pulling up some of your shops. Feel free to use the chat and put any questions right here. Any SEO related questions or just Etsy shop related questions. I'm going to share my screen and we'll start going over some things. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. So I like to jump into the Facebook group here. Oh my gosh. So someone said, could my shop be failing because I use print on demand? So I would say big no to that. Print on demand is probably what a little over half of our sellers do. Maybe 60%. And sometimes they combine it with things like digital or handmade or handpicked by a seller. Curious if you and if any of you are playing in the handpicked by a seller category. But print on demand, no, your shop would not be failing because you use it. I would say first question is, who are you selling to? Number one, is it a consistent, profitable customer who spends consistently throughout the year? And are you serving them through stages of their life throughout the year to focus on both consistency for your income and also the lifetime value of that customer? If we are just like looking at YouTube for videos and trends and throwing things up there, then maybe that could be part of the problem. All right, here we have some questions. All right, can we look at your shop? Sewn vinyl. Let me let me pull this up here. I just got an interesting email from someone who was wanting help. And then I saw something about taking a commission. We do not work based on commissions. We do not do that. We have about 4,000 sellers in our program, so we are not doing commissions with people. Creative idea, but no. Okay, let's take a look at the shop here. All right. Tumblers, jewelry, makeup, bags, and more. Okay, we are a pretty small shop right now. I would say, excuse me, I would say every listing image needs to be transformed. Number one, every listing image needs to be transformed. I would say our pricing strategy also needs to be transformed. So right now, the mock-up style that we're doing is making it look pretty artificial as far as these backgrounds. There's no real size or scale reference. The value proposition, right? It's not going to be the material. It's not the size, the scale, envisioning what it would hold. It would be only the design on what is the design on this thing. So is this design strong enough to have someone paying $22 for this? Right now, they can't even envision what they would fit in here. Would this hold one little pressed powder? Or would this hold, like, could you stand up a whole bottle of shampoo in that thing? We have no idea. So I would say value proposition, your combination of your listing photo and your price is probably one of the weakest things that we'd want to focus on, but also your customer. So currently, mm, who are we selling to? Who is your customer? What aesthetic are they drawn to? I don't really see much clarity there. I would love for you to do our Pinterest activity in module 2. But basically right now, I would say we need to get much more focused on this customer, that their style, the style they're drawn to. If you are doing print on demand, which looks like you might be doing most of this handmade, um, we just need to get much more specific. So if your listings aren't strong, a way to make them stronger is through personalization. That's like an easy leg up. So just remember that. Sarah here, easy way to increase your value proposition in each listing is through personalization. But I would really caution you against, cranking out 100 listings in this manner until we get some improvement on photos and then more of a cohesive strategy around the customer. And there's 18 different types of listing photos for a high conversion rate. We want to get these optimized for Pinterest as well and mobile. So a lot of missing information that would help your conversion rate increase. Okay. All right. Let's see. What other questions do we have here? How do you come with new or outside of the box SEO? You're always using the same words over and over. So, Heather, SEO would be helpful for you. Um, that is something that basically gives you 2 sets of unique SEO and in every listing that you submit. So that would be helpful to you. But I would also say we have this free 7-day visibility blueprint, and it uses Etsy's framework for providing customer-centric SEO, and it asks you a series of questions about your listing that will lead you to additional keywords. So sometimes we are just looking at our products over and over and over again, and we are seeing, we're thinking of it in the same way, and we're calling different components the same thing. And we have like one word for the theme that we kind of get caught on, and our brain isn't thinking outside of the box. So we have this series of questions related to the product that is really focused on the customer purpose and utility that you should ask yourself. And we do have the 7-day visibility blueprint totally for free. So just email team@dylanjaris.com and we're happy to send that to you, Heather. Whoops. Hang on. Just team@dylanjaris.com and just say the 7-day visibility blueprint, and we can help you with that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Becky, as an artist who focuses on portraiture, how can you extend the lifetime of your customer? So, are you selling custom portraits of them, of their pets? Like, are you doing pet portraits? Are you doing home portraits? With this, I really recommend looking at who do they care about in their life and what do they care about in their life. What is here, I'll change the view here. What is their identity drawn to? What are they proud of? Right? And we have sellers who do this. One of them I'm thinking of right now. Let me actually grab her really quick. Let me grab her. She has over 30,000 sales, and she'd be a great person to talk to. She's open to talking. Sierra, she's in the UK. She'd be happy to talk to you about this, but she volunteered actually. She's on our list of volunteers. And when you're thinking about those life moments and those people in their life, so we're thinking, let's say, grandparents, right? We're thinking graduation. We're thinking what groups are really tied to their identity. Maybe it's baptism. like a portrait of the baby being baptized, or maybe it could be a sorority, right? Sorority sisters together, a team, right? A varsity team that they were on their senior year. Um, it could be, for a coach, a portrait of the coach and in the winning season, they won the championship, and it's the coach and the team holding up a thing. Think about pets that have passed, new puppies, but memorial is a really great way to think about this too. So not just new life, but also memorial. I would also look at, let me see, home. So, like, what have they purchased? So, portraits of not just people, but things, homes, cars, right? Homes, cars. Um, maybe it's someone who's very passionate about a certain hobby, like boating, maybe floral arranging, one of their most prized, photos of a floral arrangement. So, think about not just the customer, but think about how you can serve them in different ways. And then also, where can they put this? I think a lot of artists think about the product instead of the location that it will be. Will it be in the hallway? Will it be in the powder bath? Will it be in the guest room? Will it be in the guest house? Will it be in the vacation home, the beach home, the cabin, right? We're thinking of all the different places, master bedroom, over the vanity. Is it on the fireplace mantle? Is it on a bookshelf, right? There's so many places to put art. And so focusing on location will be really helpful. Becky. Okay. Um, okay, let's see here. Ooh, this is very interesting. Jade, fragile leather wands up to 22 inches in length. So I am wondering if you, I'm wondering if you have this under 16 ounces, because you could do, I would probably do first class with an ship insurance supplement if it is expensive. Okay. Yes. Do you customize to different financial levels, cost of programs? Yes. So we have many different options for our program. And at this point, we just customize it for you. So for the first maybe 18 months, we had two options, right? We had a course with coaching, and that was it. And it was one type of coaching for one length, and there were no options. Now we have expanded significantly because we found we take on sellers who don't have a shop, but we also work with a much larger group of sellers who are doing high volume. So, like 500,000 plus, a whole group that do 1 to 8 million per year. And we have also options where we help train your team. We help with planning and forecasting. We do weekly private calls with you and your team. Um, and then we have much more hands-off options as well. But it is by invitation only, and we do that because really at the end of the day the results matter on the person implementing and if they're willing to implement or not. And really we want to make sure whoever we bring in and work with is ready to do the work and also ready for change. The biggest thing I think is trusting our process more than you trust your own. So if you're at a point where you're thinking, "Oh, what I'm doing, I mean, it's not really working, but maybe I'll just keep doing it and see if it starts working." That would mean you're not really a good fit for our program, because the mentality of what I'm doing is not working. Maybe if I do more of what's not working, that will make it start working. We want to make sure we don't, bring someone in who is kind of within that mentality right now. So that is that is just a little disclaimer. But yes, any really whatever level you are at financially or in your shop, we have options available. Now, the type of people we want to work with, though, they do typically they don't want to make any less than 5K profit per month. Usually it's over 10K profit per month. So we're not talking revenue, but we're talking specifically profit. Okay. Becky said that was incredibly helpful, especially the part where you talked about the groups tied to their identity. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Yes. Um, awesome. Glad to help, Becky. How do you make effective mockups? You end up spending way too much time trying to figure out the best mockups to buy for your designs or using AI. We actually have this cool area of the program now. It's our topic library, and I'm not even kidding, it's 232 hours. Let me check here. Or 230, excuse me, 230 hours and 27 minutes of deep dives into specific topics. Now, for you, it sounds like you need help with mockups and maybe some graphic design. Um, so I would say this would be probably perfect for you. Um, yeah, specifically using Canva and Photopea to create designs and mockups. We have options for Photoshop, using Canva. I'm wondering what software you're using right now. But we also have resources for mockups that we recommend. Sogal, looks like Sogal is your name. Yeah. So there's options. We actually have someone, Coach Annabella's amazing with, with graphic design, with creating mockups, custom mockups in Photoshop, and she actually does private calls specifically to walk you through this for your shop. So these are 30-minute calls that are specifically about graphic design for your shop. So you could use that call to really get mockups created with her or whatever you need. But that's been something we just added in. Interesting. The woolen frog. I've actually heard your shop name before, the Woolen Frog. Yes, I know your shop name somehow. Do you help with changing a shop name? You wanna change it after 7 years. Yes. Very easy to change, very simple and straightforward. If you need ideas or want to brainstorm around that, send us a message. Okay. Oh, you love the design section. Hashini is in our program. She loves the design section. Oh, and she says, "Annabella is truly amazing." Yes. Yes, she is, and I believe let's take a look at this weekend. Let me see here. We have coaching topic calls every weekend. So tomorrow, Coach Winnie, how to come up with product ideas, new product ideas for handmade shops. On Sunday, how to run your laser business efficiently. We have a legal call happening on the 12th. So we're bringing in an attorney, so proper business legal practices, because I'm not an attorney, so I can't legally provide legal counsel, but we do bring in attorneys. We had one last week, and we have another one next week, um, and can provide that guidance for you. Um, let's see. Tools for personalization, Pinterest activity to execution. Oh, design workshop. Here we go. So on February 22nd, we have our design workshop with Coach Annabella, and that is something you do not want to miss. You can submit your designs, and we will workshop those with you. Yadira says, I agree. She has helped me with updating my designs. Yeah. Um, awesome. So make sure you attend. Okay. Oh, here's one. Here's a good one. Carla, I make planners and journals with a manufacturer and have been looking for an alternate. I would love to know recommendations for a supplier for custom printed items that's not Alibaba. So I would actually say we have someone, one of our coaches actually, their next initiative was building a stationery business. And this person had amazing suppliers, US based, which actually, Carla, might not be a bad idea right now. So US based suppliers that were local, and smaller, so that they had more flexibility to really customize and um, also a faster turnaround time. So you don't wanna go to Alibaba, totally fine. I think the whole Made in America initiative is a really positive thing to lean into and also to use in your value proposition. So this coach, I do not know her personal supplier for this, but that is something we could look at and ask. She Yeah, I know they're very reliable and flexible and do customizations. Um, So that is something we could ask them about. But yeah, made in America would be ideal. Yeah, Carla says you're nervous about the tariffs. Yeah, and we also provide updates on that in the platform. So if you are nervous about the tariffs, or um, if you are wondering what actions to take, we have our finger on the pulse, right? From every direction, all the information is flying, and things are changing almost hourly at this point. Um, but yes, if you need guidance on the tariffs, just keep an eye out. And when we post announcements, they do go direct to your email. So even though it would be under, I'll show you where it is. It's typically under resources like 21 hours ago. US tariffs on China addressing concerns. 21 people liked it. um, yeah, so we get that, and that goes straight to your email too. At what revenue level is your mastermind program? So we have kind of one subset of this that is, I would say, lower revenue, but for people who are really wanting the hands-on weekly one-on-ones and things. The what we call the elite inner circle is typically, I would say, 40 to 50,000 or more per month. But we have people doing over 200,000 per month in that elite inner circle. So because we had people interested in it, but they're not quite at that level, we do have a subset, like a certain section of this, that you don't have to be hitting that level if you still want the same service. So we have that available now. The Woolen Frog, time to book my call. I feel so excited. Oh, every time I watch your lives, thank you for remembering my shop. You've already been very helpful. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're happy to have that free call with you. We can give you a free demo of what this looks like. I actually had a really touching call with someone this morning. Pamela, if you're watching this, you told me you stalk me on YouTube, but it was the most touching thing ever. And it it was, she's in a very tough situation, needs to make Etsy work, no longer able to work, living off of Social Security, and this is her only option. And she was just crying and thanking me for the YouTube content. Um, we talked about a plan for her shop and kind of the next step she would need to take. But um, yeah, yeah, the Woolen Frog. We hope to speak to you soon. Why was the last live deleted? Because it was an accident. I accidentally went live on YouTube, and it was supposed to be Facebook, and I quickly my team let me know. Let's see. Where can I find a supplier for a blank children's T-shirt? So I would say it depends on what brand you want to go with. It depends on what value proposition you want to offer. Are you going for quality? Are you going for fast fashion, trendy? They wear it 10 times and then it's not something they're going to pass down to the kids. Are we going more like Target, Walmart level, or are you going like Janie and Jack? That would be my question, because there's going to be different costing, different supplier locations that we'd recommend. With children's apparel, I do recommend going wide, not deep, just because sell-through sometimes on kids can be a little slower. And we always want to consider sell-through. Okay, so you're going quality. Then I would go with actually like more of a name brand. I would go with more of a name brand. So, Jiffy Shirts is a good one. There's also, hang on one second. Let me see here. You can go direct to the supplier. Clothing Shop Online is one that I use a lot as well. Okay, cool. We have, I'm going to Colorado for a funeral right now, so we have to go to the airport. But my next live will be next Wednesday. And on Tuesday, you guys, we have a free training at 4 o'clock. It is at 4 o'clock Pacific time. So make sure to join that. It is really how to accelerate your sales in 30 days. So really short, condensed time period. All right. If you have any follow-up questions, just send them in an email or on Instagram. I have a whole team on Instagram who answers questions, and they try to get through them every day. So if you reach out on Instagram, you'll talk to Chelsea or Annalise, and they can help you there, or just email. And Zoe and Jay are in our email and can assist you there. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, I'll see you on the live training on Tuesday at 4 too. And if you want more information on that, just if you're on the email list, you'll hear about it. Otherwise, just email us. It's team@dylanjaras.com. And we can just give you the link for the training.